What is happening, YouTube? We are looking at a new pack today. This is a 72-hour tactical backpack from Fight or Flight Survival Gear. For quite a few of their items, they do great stuff for the money. SurvivorTown.com is the website for this. This is the Flight 72. It is a 50-liter bag, so it is definitely a bug-out 3-day pack. It's made of 600 denier shell and coated Oxford lining construction, double-stitch seams, detachable side and front MOLLE pouches, MOLLE straps, ventilated back panel with T-zone air channels, adjustable aluminum spine for added support, heavy-duty self-filling zippers, zipper pulls, heavy-duty padded Wist belt, access port for water bladder, double zippers on large compartments, insulated water bladder compartment. Okay, so that's some basic specs. So why is this different than any other bag that looks like this? There's tons of bags out here. 3B Gear makes one. You know, there's just a lot of companies. Well, what Tony has done over there is he's, I think, probably perfected this style of backpack. It's a great design, always has been. I love these detachable pouches, especially this day pack. I actually use this as a med pack, and I did a video where I think it's a 3B Gear bag of this, but it's the same exact kind of bag, attaches right here with this MOLLE, and it's a medical pack. These are detachable as well on both sides. But what makes this different is some of the things that I mentioned there on the specs. And one of the biggest things is these load-bearing compression straps right here. Pretty much every tactical bag on the market does not have that. That is a feature you typically find in a backpacking backpack, like a Kelty Red Wing, for example. That is my current bug-out bag, which is going to be switched to this one. The reason why I went with the Red Wing is because A, it was a Grayman style, but B is because it's so much more comfortable. Well, because most of these tactical bags don't have the adjustable aluminum spine and the load-bearing straps. I think that makes a huge difference, because you can really, these things get loaded out for 3 days worth of gear. It's going to be heavy. It's going to weigh, 35 to, depending on your body weight, 50 pounds. That doesn't sound like a ton, but it is. And if you don't have a way to distribute that weight correctly on your shoulders and on your hips, then you're really going to suffer. You have this dream that you're going to have this bug-out bag all loaded up, but then you actually have to take it out and hike a couple miles with it. You're going to be hating life. So that is the biggest thing that stands out to me, is the aluminum, adjustable aluminum, and the what do they call it? Adjustable aluminum spine. That actually adds a lot more support. Again, something you'll find in backpacks. And these load-bearing straps. The hip belt is actually very well done as well. It's not quite as, I would say, good as like a Kelty Red Wing or any kind of backpack, but it is a huge improvement over most waist belts. It comes out a good amount of ways. It has a nice adjustment, nice compression straps here, so you're really going to be able to put a lot of that weight on your hips. And then you have the nice ventilation here on the back that T-zone is talking about. Very nice, nicely padded, so it's, you're going to have good breathability, but nice and comfortable. And then you have a nice H2O bladder here, the V-tube there, plus all the MOLLE on the side, plus you have these side compression straps. So you're going to be able to really compress your weight of this pack down really well, and that's going to help a ton with comfort when hauling it around. So let's take a look at the inside since we're right here. The zippers are nice. The pulls are actually paracord, which is great. They're not that cheap stuff. You have a nice big internal compartment here that you can pack quite nicely. You have a sleeve here. And then you have, in here, you have your zipper. And this is where you're going to find that spine that you can adjust. That's huge, man. These are such nice features that these tactical bags don't have. Here you have your top pouch, which is pretty large. Has a nice mesh pocket here. Not a ton of organization, but you don't necessarily need that. You get some nice MOLLE in the front, some hook and loop. Then again, this pack is completely removable, as are these side pouches. So if you want to make this smaller, you can take off the side pouches, that run it like that, or like I said, I recommend using that as a medical pouch. But this pack is a very common design, like I said, but he has made some huge improvements. So that's one of the biggest features of this bag that I like, is those compression straps and the adjustable are those load-bearing straps, the compression straps, and the adjustable T-spine. So aluminum spine. Very, very nice. So let's go ahead and load this bag up and see how it feels and how comfortable it is. Alright, so I've got the pack loaded up with the majority of what's in my bug out bag. A few things are missing, but most of the weight, most of the heaviest things anyway. So some pointers here. With these hip belts, you want to make sure it is resting lower on your hips, about as low as it can go, which is, you know, right about there for me. And what's nice about this pack too is you have this strap. You have these to pull it tighter, but you also have these straps right here on the hip belt that'll come pretty loose, and you want to just, when you get it all the way down, you want to pull it forward and snug them. And I've already done that. I've already also adjusted the load-bearing straps at the top, so once I get, and I've adjusted all the straps here. And what I did also is I put the hip belt on first, and then have these kind of looser, the shoulder straps. What's nice too is when he designed this pack, he made finger loops here on the straps, so when you want to pull it down tight, you can just get your fingers in there and pull it. So it's nice and snug, and you can see it forms really well to my back, even all packed out like this. So very well done. Just a few tips there on how to get your pack situated. You don't want to just tighten everything down and throw it on. It's best to throw it on kind of loose and then make the adjustments as you go. So very cool. I love that it has these straps. That's, again, found something on backpacks, and these loops here on the shoulder straps. And the sternum strap is also like a bungee. It's got flex, which is really nice. Alright guys, this is going to wrap up the video. I'm super stoked about this pack. Tony over there at Survivor Town has been working with me a little bit throughout the past year probably. Some suggestions, answering some questions, you know, getting some feedback from me on this pack, and I feel like he's done an excellent job executing it. Like I mentioned in the review, the biggest thing is these compression load-bearing straps here and the adjustable aluminum spine and the nice padded waist belt make this carry more like a backpack, not a tactical bag, which is actually a good thing. So the price of these is $79.95. Very reasonable, very well built, nice stitching, double stitching everywhere. Nice 600 denier. A lot of people want 1,000. I like 600 because it's still very durable, but it's lighter weight, which is always a good thing. You can get these in actual bug out bag kits, starting at $89.95 all the way up to $120, where you can get quite a bit of things already in the pack for your bug out bag. But I definitely recommend this pack, guys. I think it's great. I'm excited about it. I'm actually switching all my stuff from my Kelty to this because the one advantage the Kelty had was how comfortable it was, but the organization stuff was not great. Whereas these, you have the detachable pouches. See, I used to have this med pouch here on the inside of my pack, which took out a lot of space, and it was not easy to get to. This is on the outside of your bag, so if you need to get into it for first aid, it's right there. You can get one of these nifty little pouches here that I got from VanQuest Gear that you can use to identify that it's a first aid bag. And you have all your first aid kit on the outside. You got those external pouches are really nice. You can use those as water bottle pouches as well. You have more straps, more MOLLE attachments, places for pouches. It's just a little bit better, not a little bit, a lot better when it comes to organization. But like I said, I switched to the Kelty because of the comfort. Well, here we got the best of both worlds, the comfort and the organization. So definitely check them out. I'll put a link in the description where you can purchase this bag. Thanks again for Survivor Town for sending this to me for review and working with, I'm glad I could help him out and answer some of his, just kind of be involved in the process of designing this bag, which was kind of fun. It was nice as a content creator to be able to do that. So I want to thank him again, and thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you on the next one.